Am I the asshole for telling my son's pregnant girlfriend that if she keeps disrespecting me, she can get the F out of my house? Well, let's find out. I, 43-year-old female, have a son, 18-year-old male, who got his high school girlfriend, 18, pregnant. It was obviously an unplanned pregnancy, and it resulted in my son's girlfriend getting kicked out of her house by her mom. I never liked this girl, but obviously couldn't let her stay on the streets now that she's carrying my grandchild, so I let her live in our house. Now, both she and my son gave up on college for the near future, and my son is now working a full time job so he can provide for them in the future. So let's unpack that. Um, your 18-year-old son got an 18-year-old girl knocked up, and she got kicked out of her house by her mom. Her mom's already a bit of an asshole. I mean, in this story, seems like the other mom had a bit of an overreaction. But can you really have an overreaction to that? Can you have a reaction to that? I mean, if your daughter 18, your son 18 are, they're going to have a baby, I would question something about the upbringing, to be honest. But on the other hand, I will say it's good of you to welcome the young lady into your home. Um, that's good. The problem is that his girlfriend refuses to do anything, but absolutely anything all day. She just locks herself up in my son's room eating snacks and watching videos on his computer. I need to drag her out to just help me with cooking and to clean up at least the room she's staying in, but she's always complaining about how I'm working her like a slave, even though she's already in constant pain because of her pregnancy. And then she'll go crying to my son about my treatment of her. Mind you, she doesn't have a high risk pregnancy. I know that because my husband and I are the ones fully paying for her medical controls. That's a new term for me. And I don't put her up to do tasks like cleaning the toilet or anything similar. Okay, so we don't know how many months along she is, but I mean, living in China, I would always hear stories about how 50, 60 years ago, people would be pregnant, drop a baby, and then the next day be out hoeing the fields. I've heard those stories from grandparents in China. Um, so I think even if you're pregnant, that doesn't stop you from working. I see plenty of people working while they're pregnant. So I don't know. It sounds like, according to you, with her medical treatment and everything, it not being high risk, it sounds like maybe it's kind of an excuse for her to kind of relax and chill. And if she's that quick to give up on college and her future and allow her, presumably, long term partner, future husband, your son, to also give up on college, yeah, she doesn't seem to have the best head on her shoulders. However, she really crossed the line when, after I got dressed up, she asked me where I was going, and when I told her that I'm getting ready for church, her exact response was, I didn't know there were churches that were allowing people looking like striptease dancers in. Ooh. At that point, I absolutely had it with her, and I told her straight that I don't care who the F she is. I won't allow her to disrespect me while living in my house, and if she can't keep her attitude in check, then she can get the F out of my home. She pretty much started crying at that point and immediately called my son, who later on also gave me attitude for treating the girlfriend like garbage when I don't know what she's going through. Well, you kind of do. You've been pregnant. Um, but it seems like the son's a bit of a, I don't know how to describe him, a bit of a pushover for his girlfriend. I mean, they're both kids. They're both 18 years old, way too young to be having kids. Um, and you're right, she shouldn't be disrespecting you. I mean, it's your house, and you were gracious enough to allow her to come and live in your house when her own mother kicked her out. So she could show a little bit more respect. She could be a little bit more helpful around the house. So far, fine. My husband also thinks that while she was definitely out of line with that, she probably is only acting out because of pregnancy hormones. And I could have handled the situation better without straight up threatening to leave her homeless. Am I the asshole? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, here's the thing. Whether or not you have hormones coursing through your body, that doesn't mean that you have the right to treat other people with blatant disrespect. You can be snappy, right? You can be a little tense, a little irritable. I get that. But that doesn't mean that you have zero control over the actual words that are coming out of your mouth, right? So she made an active choice to insult how you looked when you just told her that you're going to church. And every time she gets upset, her first response, instead of trying to talk to you and work it out or apologize for what she did, is to call your son to try to get him on her side to go against you, which is very toxic. That's going to drive a wedge between you and your son like that. So it seems like she's very manipulative, and I gotta say, this girl is clearly the asshole. I think this is a very easy one. Who knows? I might be on the lonely island here, so let's see. Not the asshole, you should make it clear to your son that his girlfriend needs to earn her keep ASAP. And that's got a pretty good upvote there. Someone agrees. Not the asshole, she needed the wake up call. You're all she has. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Great expression. Called my son, who later on also gave me attitude. And yeah, the son also needs a reminder. Great comment there. Completely agree. You can go to with her. Oh, you can go to hell with her, maybe. Neither of you should be disrespected in your own house. You can go to. I don't care if she's pregnant or not. I worked my job until the day I had my kid. I went from work to the hospital. At her age, there should be no problem with her helping out to keep her mouth shut and keep her mouth shut. Same for your son. Yeah, so it seems like pretty much the top comments here are all in agreement that you are not the asshole. She needs to show a bit more respect. You're doing them a favor, and I don't know how pleasant of a person the original poster is here, but, and my apologies for the noise, it seems like the neighbors are slamming their door over and over. But clearly, again, as the commenter said, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So, what do you guys think? Is the original poster the asshole or not? Is there something I missed? Leave your comments below and let me know. Have a great day. See you guys next time.